your whole life, saving money in accordance with the pension that you think you'll receive, retiring and then being told that there is no money left for you. You feel anxious, panicked, and helpless. How will you survive on just the money that you saved? Will you have to get another job? Why do you not get these benefits when people before you did? If nothing changes, this scenario will become a reality. The Illinois pension crisis is a very real issue that must be dealt with to avoid a looming calamity. As college students, retirement seems very far off, but we need to be paying attention to the pension crisis even now. Also, many of you plan to live and work in Illinois after college, so this issue, if untreated, could directly affect you. With a great interest in politics and in pursuit of a political science degree, I feel that I have the adequate knowledge to help you all understand the Illinois pension crisis. After this speech, you will know one way to solve the Illinois pension issue. The people of Illinois need to make a change now to combat the Illinois pension crisis. In this speech, we will outline the Illinois pension issue, describe its importance, and cover a plausible solution. The Illinois pension crisis is a multifaceted and dynamic issue, one that is not easily solved. This issue led to a $100 billion deficit in the pension, ranking Illinois as the worst state in the country. We will discuss what a pension is, what causes pension issues, and what the crisis looks like in Illinois. For those of you who are unfamiliar, a pension is a type of retirement plan provided by the company you work for. If you have a pension plan, you receive monthly income after you retire, and the company that you worked for paid into that pension plan. The money the company pays in depends on 3 factors: your time with the company, your age, and the compensation that you received while working for the company. For the Illinois pension crisis, the company that pays into the pension is the government. As technology and medicine advance, the pension is put into a difficult situation. Retirement ages stay the same, but workers are living longer, meaning they are receiving more benefits over a longer period of time than ever before. Another issue is the discrepancy in the retirement age between public and private sector workers. Government workers can retire in their 50s under law, which is a lot younger than their private sector counterparts, straining the system and leaving taxpayers to pick up the tab. Illinois' issue lies in the fact that it did not save enough money to pay its workers what it promised them. With the state debt totaling over $160 billion, the Illinois government has to cover a lot of expenses with very little money. Also, the situation is getting worse. Every day that this problem is left unfixed, the state is in a hole that is $17 million deeper. The Illinois government can't make good on its promises, and no effective legislation has been put into place to curb the crisis. If left untreated, some workers may see no benefits at all. In review, we discussed what a pension is, what causes pension issues, and what the crisis looks like in Illinois. If left unfixed, the pension crisis will have many adverse effects. Change needs to be made because this issue is very important and relevant in Illinois. We will discuss why this crisis is important and failed attempts to reform it. Many negative effects are felt by everyone in the state because of this crisis, making it an important and relevant issue for all, not just for workers who may not receive benefits. First, if the government does not reform the policy, the burden of paying the pension falls onto the taxpayer's shoulders. In fact, as of June 2013, each taxpayer in Illinois would be responsible for $32,000 of the pension, and that's growing. Second, balancing the budget to cover the pension would avert funding from other government services, leaving less state money for schools, roads, prisons, and other important sectors. In fact, last year the state owed our school, Western Illinois University, over $20 million, and that debt is growing. Further, though state constitutions say that pension benefits cannot be depleted, workers may not receive these benefits at all if the pension crisis goes unfixed. Retirement will have to be postponed for many as well. Even though Illinois is a Democrat-dominated state, there are still staunch divisions within the party and between the House and the Senate. In 2013, there was a big push for pension reform. House Speaker Madigan's plan proposed raising the retirement age for state employees, requiring state workers to put more money into their pension, and reducing adjustments in benefits that retirees received based on cost of living increases. However, on the other side, the Senate proposed offering workers a choice between the current system and the proposed system. However, staying in the current system was only possible if no pay increases were accounted for in the pension. Despite somewhat promising proposals, both were struck down and the governor failed to provide a promising compromise, so now more than ever there is a need for a better solution. In review, we went over why the issue is important and 2 recent attempts at reform. Finally, solutions need to be considered in the near future to get the Illinois pension system back on track. The current pension system is not sustainable and changes need to be made. We will go over a plausible solution to this problem and how to implement it. One solution with lasting impact is the one proposed by the Illinois Policy Institute. dramatically reduced. To start off, already earned benefits would be protected for all government workers, not just politicians. Politicians would no longer have complete control over retirement savings, and the pension would move away from the defined benefit structure. Instead, there would be a defined contribution structure. Next, employers would have control over their pension savings, and this would take responsibility off of the taxpayers. Cost of living adjustments for retirees would be frozen, and the retirement age would be equitably raised for public sector workers. There should be no compromise, and all should be subject to these stipulations. This solution would freeze liability, work to lower the debt, and help move the system in the right direction for future retirees. To get the solution implemented, it is important for all Illinois residents to get to the polls and vote for legislators and politicians that are future-minded and are driven to combat the pension crisis in this way. Lobbying and communicating with legislators are other effective tools to get this solution through the legislature and implemented by the Illinois government. Politics and solidifying re-election can no longer be the focuses of Illinois politicians as they have been in the past. In Illinois, real work needs to be done so that this state can be turned around and the pension crisis can be minimized. With a little effort and some compromise, Illinois' capable residents can resolve this issue. In review, we discussed a standout plausible solution to the pension crisis and how we can get this solution implemented. Throughout the speech, we outlined the issues in the Illinois pension crisis, discussed why it is important, and covered a plausible solution. The people of Illinois need to make a change now to combat the Illinois pension crisis. Following a solution that I proposed will get us on the right track to doing so. Make your voice heard and do your part to instill change in your community. Now is the time to act to make the Illinois pension crisis a thing of the past.